How you going, everyone? Welcome back. Grandma's Handbag. Time for some Friday night blues. Time for some Blues Guy Vinyl contest entry. So glad you could join us. I'm going to have to turn Taj down. I hate doing that. Such a good feeling. But to get on with this, yeah, quick contest entry for Chris. Blues Guy Vinyl. Fantastic channel, and look, and a great bloke as well. A real great addition to the VC. Chris, I'd cheers you if I could there. I know you'd be having one of these with us. I would have had a coffee for you, except it's a little bit late at night. Grandma can't sleep after that. This is, does a little better job in putting me to bed, that's for sure. But yeah, really, really great channel. Very informative, educative, all about the blues, but then so much more than that. You know, you get your trips through Calgary and just digging at a very serious level for hours at a time, just unearthing some severe bargains and things like that. You know, you get your two ready ticks of Credence, which always give me a laugh. I'm sorry if I'm making light of that, Chris. But look, he's my blues guy. If he's not your blues guy, then he is your blues guy, and he should be. So have a look at Chris's channel downstairs. There's a link there below. Anyway, we're going to jump into that in just a few seconds. Grandma's Helper. We're back to the Gin and Tonic Rogue Society gin from New Zealand. I think this is now called Scapegrace. Anyway, this is an older bottle of it. This is Navy Strength Gin, 57%. And look, like Sly says from the Family Stone, if you're going to get a riot going on, then build 'em brave and strong, let me tell you. Oh, and pink them up a little bit as well. V Brothers old-fashioned bitters. Nice good cinnamon kick in there. I really like that. So you see that rosy pink glow? Lovely stuff. Anyway, 3 blues albums. Talk a little bit about them. And then talk a bit more generally, I guess, about the blues in there as well. So, number 1. This has been a real, probably the my most favourite blues album and discovery maybe the last 12 or so months. Albert King, Born Under a Bad Sign, 1967. This is a Record Store Day mono reissue this year on the Craft label. And this is just a gorgeous sounding record. It wasn't a cheap one to pick up, but so glad I did there. They've done everything on here just right. Good mastering, everything else on there. You can see that Stax label right in the right place as well. And look, I was very surprised. This has been a real eye-opener for the, you know, electric Chicago blues. I suppose I used to think electric blues began and ended with Jimi Hendrix, but this showed me so much more. I can see why Albert was an influence on Jimmy, and then you've got your Eric Claptons and things. The tone that he gets on his guitar here, just exquisite stuff. You know, there's this sort of creaminess in there that's just so finely honed and crafted. Very expressive playing. Obviously the backing band and songwriting here from you know, MGs and Booker T and the likes, Steve Cropper, great stuff as well. But yeah, just been an absolute touchstone of blues for me over the past year, this one. So Albert King. What else can I say about this one? I think I also really just love, there's this kind of real restraint, but a real kind of knowing restraint that's going on there. I mean, he was 40 or 41 years old when he put this out, so definitely, you know, in the prime of his blues life, that's for damn sure. And it really shows on here. Great stuff. Alright, Next two, I'm going to have to disappoint. Chris, I hope this still counts as well. Both on CD. I don't have a deep blues collection, which is partly why I love Chris's channel. Blues Guy Vinyl is all about showing good quality blues, and I'm getting a real education on that one. But the ones I do have, found this a couple of years ago, and this has actually also been quite a delight. Not sure if you can see that there. Muddy Waters, live at the Fillmore Auditorium, November 4th to the 6th, 1966. So this isn't, they call it an authorized bootleg. It's through on the Chess label. Really lovely recording, just in terms of quality, so definitely better than your average bootleg. And it's just great stuff. 15 tracks, you know, a full 70 odd minutes there. And you get a couple of songs where they double over, you know, there's a couple of versions of Hoochie Coochie Man or Rock Me, 40 Days and 40 Nights. But more than anything, this one, I love it because it's, I mean, well, firstly, it's muddy, you know, but he's got this backing band that's, it sort of says in the liner notes here, it's only very small notes, but a lot younger guys than him, so it's this kind of elder statesman performance where he can just come on and deliver the hits, the lines and everything that he's maybe done a lot before, but you can just tell he's having fun because you can even hear on the microphones, you know, you can imagine someone's played a lick and he's sung a line and pulled away and you just hear this, yeah, you know, so full of atmosphere and things, and just amazing too to think that already in November 66 he's playing 3 nights at the Fillmore in San Francisco and absolutely owning it as he should and as he did. So yeah, a real surprise to find that a couple of years ago, and been loving that, that's for sure. Now the third one here also goes to the next part of the question, which is what do I love about the blues? And this one sort of ticks all the boxes in that one for me as well. Otha Turner and the Afro-Sippy All-Stars. So this came out in 2000, and Otha Turner there, if you can see him, every bit of his 91, 92 years of age, but absolutely timeless, eternal stuff. So Otha Turner's running or leading a fife and drum band. So what I love with this is it's definitely blues, there's no doubt about it, but it's this kind of, I hesitate to say primitive, but this blues that could as easily have come through straight from untarnished and unchanged, you know, the way blues might have mutated through New Orleans. This feels like it's come straight through from Africa. You've just got a flute, a cane bamboo flute, playing blues melodies, very, very simple but recognizable melodies with, you know, rhythms and things that transmuted straight through from Africa. And the interesting thing with this, the album's called From Senegal to Senatobia, so they've actually brought in a couple of Senegalese musicians, and you can sort of, maybe, I don't know if you can see that there, you'll see a kora there, so it makes even more explicit this link, this kind of folk music essentially that the blues is, and the beauty of the blues over the years to me is that it's been able to mutate while still being a music of the people, and a folk music where you can still tell your story, which is what the blues is all about. So yeah, Otha Turner and the Afro-Sippy All-Stars. Otha Turner, 1907 he was born, and he was a long-time neighbour of Mississippi Fred McDowell. He's also in that sort of lineage of hill country blues of Junior Kimbrough, R.L. Burnside, but definitely doing his own thing with the fife and drum band. And in the background of this, probably useless me showing you this CD, but Luther Dickinson there, Jim Dickinson, his father, the famous Memphis and Stax honcho, acolyte, whatever you want to call him, is right in the background of getting this album up and running. And just phenomenal stuff. I really, really love this. Probably about 50 of the best cents I've spent on a blues record, I reckon, or CD. Phenomenal stuff. So, wanted to make sure I got that one in there. And I hope that's a good example, Chris, of why I love the blues. Just, you know, as novice as I am, there's so much richness in there, I think. And I hate to say authenticity because it's so many things to so many people, but it's undeniable that it's got a heritage there that I love. All right, blues name. So Chris wants our blues name. All right. My first instant reaction, I wanted to go and steal a name from. There's a British comedy show that I've always loved called The Mighty Boosh, and one name they always use in there is Hot Wee Wee Jefferson. I don't know. I just find myself at random moments kind of saying that.
There's Hot Wee Wee Jefferson.
You know, always gets a laugh from myself, and sometimes even my wife puts up with it. But I can't use that one. Hot Wee Wee Jefferson. So I'm just going to go on a pretty poor parody of my surname. And it brings in the whole sexual prowess element of the blues. It's not... I can't fake that. Anyway. Logan. So the surname's at the end there and the play's at the front. It's kind of probably also a porn name, but never mind. That's what it's going to have to be because I'm just not any more imaginative than that. Cheers to you, Chris. Congratulations on your subs. You're well on your way and moving up, and every bit as deserved as anything. So, cheers to you again. Take care. Oh, and I want to say as well, just quickly, Chris, please don't include me in the drawing. I'm happy just to put this here. The VCLT that was sent to me before, I'm already a winner, so don't count me in the draw. You've been good enough to me already, so take care. Thank you again. Subscribe to Chris if you haven't, Blues Guy Vinyl, and we'll talk to you all again pretty soon.